Chicago's former police superintendent Gary McCarthy says Chicago's recent spike in violence is due to politicians interfering in police business. That's one of his theories. Herman Cain is here. Herman, you agree with that, do you not?
I agree with it 100%. And Pastor Scott mentioned Donald Trump is going to first make sure that you've got more boots on the ground so the police persons can do their job. Here's the second piece that Donald Trump has talked about: jobs on the ground in the community. He is going to provide incentives for business people to want to develop business capabilities and jobs in these cities. That's what's going to help to improve their lifestyle, to give them an alternative to crime. So it's boots on the ground plus jobs on the ground with incentives for businesses to go in.
You know, the police in Chicago have also blamed a general attitude of anti-police, that they're always going to be in the wrong, that they're picking on people, and that has emboldened and empowered these criminals because they believe they have public support. Would you agree?
I would agree that that is also part of it, but that is not the total driving factor. But it definitely is in Chicago, but not only Chicago, but in other cities across this country. Donald Trump has made it very clear. And this gets back to what I've talked about, tone from the top. He has said his administration will have their back. Translation, do your jobs. If somebody breaks the law, arrest them. And don't be afraid of some politically correct politician coming along and trying to cause you to lose your job.
I think 90%, Adam had this yesterday, I think 90% of those involved in shootings or in the fatalities that we've seen in Chicago, 753 this year alone to this point, involved people who had criminal histories and were related to gangs.
Yes.
What can Donald Trump do to try and tackle that issue? It's a very difficult one. These crimes are concentrated in the south and west side of Chicago. It's going on all the time. How do you stop it? It's like a war zone.
Well, addressing the gang problem is 1/3 of it. I talked about the boots on the ground. You talk about jobs on the ground. And many of these cities have gang-related special initiatives to address it. So when you add these other two components to what many cities are already doing about addressing the gang problem, you've got a three-pronged approach to trying to bring the situation much better under control.
Are you confident that Donald Trump can bring a marked improvement to situations like that?
Yes, and here's why. He is a businessman. Businessmen are solutions-driven. By the way, I wrote a book called The Right Solutions. I'm just saying. I'm
glad you got that in there. Thank you. The Right Solutions.
The Right Solutions. And in my book, many of the things that I talk about are exactly, maybe not word for word, maybe not exactly laid out the way the Trump administration has laid it out, but he is right on target with solutions instead of just kicking the can down the road. That's what has people so excited, in my opinion.
Very good. The Right Solution.
The Right
One more
Solution
time.
by Herman Cain.
Very good. Very good. We got it. Mr. Cain, thank you.